Hi, folks. I found out, I don't know, a month or two ago that Wizards of the Coast came out with, or at least licensed, Dungeons & Dragons Trivial Pursuit. And I looked at Carlos and said, hey, did you order this? And he said, what's that? But I also said, do you remember that there was a D&D trivia game for 2nd edition?
That I did.
And
it was the greatest thing ever.
I think that's a little strong.
I know. Anyway, but go back to the Trivial Pursuit thing. I think that was one of more of those like bigger market things, and sometimes we don't get them right away.
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think you may be able to find that at Target.
I don't
know.
You know, there's certain distributors that carry it, and it is what it is. Like, I'll probably have it eventually.
Yeah.
And I'll probably get a few copies.
It's a current one, so it's focused, I think, on 5th edition content.
Yeah, it would be like those, remember the cookbooks that came out?
Totally, yeah.
Those aren't things that would show up at my distributor. There's another place I go for that. So it's like, okay, I'll get it. But anyway, so yeah, I have a copy of this. We had a flea market not too long ago, and John had this
sitting in my basement. Edition,
and I'm like, that is, and I remember it as the most just obnoxious trivia game ever.
Oh my God, yes.
So it was 2nd edition, right?
Yeah, it was 2nd edition. And when it came out, I was heavily playing 2nd edition. You know,
I mean, that
3 games a week.
That was the only thing to play, really.
No,
but that's what everybody played. But
yeah.
There was a bunch of other stuff.
There was a lot of other games in this time.
But if you played the other games, you played 2nd edition D&D.
Yeah, I mean, this is when Spelljammer came out. This is when Forgotten Realms was at its height. You had a ton of content for Greyhawk and Dragonlance and Dark Sun and really all of the core D&D settings that we've been talking about for decades. This is kind of the heart and soul of when they got their start.
But it was all still a hobby and something you did on the side. So you go and you get your trivia game. I'm going to sit with my friends. This is a good idea. We're going to have...
instead of having a game night, we'll have a couple of beers and we'll pull out the trivia game.
And have a lot of fun.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
No. I mean, especially when we're playing the game 3 nights a week, right? You figure it's going to ask me what kind of dice do I use for a magic missile? Gee, I think I know that.
Yeah,
right?
Some
stuff. What's a barbarian's hit dice? Yeah, I know that.
We didn't know it was going to be like the genius level edition of D&D. Like, it's ridiculous.
This is the stuff that I'm looking through it, and it's like, do the developers know this?
It was no fun. It was like nerve-wracking to be at best.
Oh yeah.
It was like.
All right, and now he's going to pull out the what dice do you use for a magic missile, right?
No, watch this now. This is level 1, so there was like 5 levels to the game, or questions to the game.
Because of course it's D&D, it had to have levels.
Yeah, so it's like like you have different categories in Trivial Pursuit. So anyway, this is a level 1 question in essay form. Which of the following following phases describe non-weapon proficiencies? A detailed method for handling secondary character skills. B, a method for handling weaponless combat. C, a shortcut for creating characters. Or D, skills determined randomly with a dice roll.
Well, it's A.
Oh, it is.
I played a lot of 2nd edition.
No, he didn't cheat.
But me, I'm like, I don't know.
That's a level 1 question, though.
Yeah.
Level 1.
It's level 1. I'm like, no, I'm not.
There's 4 more levels above that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like,
if nobody knows how to count to 5.
So we'll go to level 2, right? Randomly grip.
This was sitting in my basement because I remember buying it, looking at the questions and going, no one in my friend group is going to want to play this ever.
Because
so was it like, did you buy this impulsively, not knowing that it was going to be so difficult to...
Well, I bought it because it was a new D&D release, and this was an era in which I played a lot of 2nd edition D&D.
Excited. You're really
excited.
So
if a new game came out, I was going to pick it up. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, being so avidly into the game, you're relevantly playing it. Basically what you think is everything's going on. And then you get this trivia game and you're like, I'm about to boss up all my friends. I'm about to be the best. Can't even answer a question.
I didn't even think I'd be better than my friends. I thought we'd all do pretty well at it.
It'd be fun. It'd be a fun competitive thing.
All right, here's level 2. What is a base movement rate for an unencumbered human PC moving through a dungeon? A, 120 feet per round. B, 120 feet per turn. C, 60 feet per turn. D, 60 yards per round.
60 feet per turn sounds right to me, but I'm betting it isn't. Because round and turn in 2nd edition was 2 completely different things.
Yeah. It's A, 120 feet per round.
Of course it is.
That's a level 2.
That seems awfully fast to me.
Yeah. That's like...
I mean, 120 feet, unencumbered.
Now go to a level 3.
Level 3. What does not modify initiative? Weapon speed, A, weapon speed, B, dexterity, C, casting a spell, D, using a magical item other than a weapon.
I'm going to say casting a spell.
You are wrong, John. It is
See?
dexterity.
Dexterity didn't modify initiative in 2nd edition? Wow.
Does not modify initiative.
Huh.
But my point is, why would you know that?
Especially, 30 years later. Yeah.
I know, right? What is the difference between a hireling and a henchman?
About 2 copper pieces a day.
No, John, I need an essay answer. It literally takes up half of the back of the card. Answer. A hireling is just an employee, loyal or not, controlled by the DM. A henchman is more of a friend, ally, or confidant. The PC's player controls a henchman.
All right. I stand by my original answer. Oh.
Level 4, people.
Yes, because these have all been so easy.
Oh. What is a wyvern's natural enemy?
A Zevern.
I'll give you a second chance.
Other wyverns? Dragons? I have no idea. Oh, wait. A Kieran.
Final answer?
I'm going with Kieran.
Answer. Nothing. It doesn't have one.
Oh, okay. There you go. A Kieran was
Then it
something's natural enemy, wasn't it?
It references the... That's what the card says, John.
No, I'm not saying for a wyvern. Wasn't a Kieran something's natural enemy?
I don't remember what a Kieran is.
Okay. It was a creature in the monster manual. It's probably on the shelf over there.
Sorry, I didn't memorize the monster manual prior to...
What did you do in your free time in the late in the 80s?
Come on.
Level 4. Because of their magical nature, elementals are immune to normal weapons. Even a magical weapon won't harm them unless this weapon has a bonus of blank or better.
+2.
Wow. That was a good one. Give him a level 5. Bring on the level 5.
Let me give one more level 4.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, that one should be easy.
Here, this is like, what's that game show? This native of the elemental plane of fire is evil, cruel, and dangerous. Its head and upper torso are human-like, but has a flaming beard and hair. The creature's lower torso is that of a large snake. It is impervious to heat and fire. It radiates great heat and can only be hit with magical weapons. What is it? Mikey?
You said he radiates fire?
He's from the elemental plane of fire, so that was your first clue.
The native of the elemental plane of fire
is it Hades?
That's a place.
I don't know.
What is a salamander, Alex?
Ooh, John's right. John takes the lead.
Give him a level 5. I want to. No, give me a level 5. I won't. I'll answer.
All right, level 5. If you get this, I'm just done with you. A spell that produces matter or items from some other plane, such as Evard's Black Tentacles, is a spell from what school of magic?
That would be conjuration, Carlos.
Or?
Summoning.
Wow.
Look at that.
Give him a different one.
All right, let me find.
Too easy.
Level 5. Let me see. I got to cover up the answer.
You're giving my optometrist real credit if you think I can read those.
During a leisurely walk in the woods, Gilmot, an elven fighter mage, comes across a hungry pack of wolves. Knowing that discretion is a better part of valor, Gilmore decides that it's time for a not-so-leisurely dash out of the woods.
I like Gilmore's approach.
Gilmore figures that in order to outrun the wolves, he'll have to quadruple his normal movement rate, 120 yards around.
Now, see, if you'd asked this one before the level 2 question, we would have done so much better.
Well, that was level 1. Move up. What will determine whether he can attain that speed, and if he can, how long will Gilmore be able to keep it up? This is a 2-part question for John, who currently holds the lead in our Advanced D&D 2nd edition.
Based on the prior question, one of the key elements in determining this is his encumbrance, since that one asked what his unencumbered speed would be. So I'm going to go with encumbrance being the key factor, and then duration for running it. I don't know. Is there a skill? If there wasn't a skill, probably some kind of Constitution roll, but God only knows because I haven't ever done that, even when we did play it regularly.
No.
Encumbrance doesn't make a difference?
No, it does not. I'm going to read the answer because I'm not
Please.
really sure if it does. Answer. In order to attain that speed, he must make a successful strength check with a -4 penalty. In order to maintain that speed, he'll have to make a Constitution check each round with a -3 penalty for each round he has been running, i.e. -3 for the first, -6 for the second, etc., etc.
I did say Constitution.
No, you didn't.
I did. Play back the tape, Mikey.
Listen, replay.
Probably some kind of Constitution roll, but
Half credit. Last question.
Have credit. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah.
But that's the answer. You didn't
Yeah,
even
the
come
answer's
close to
half
that.
a
You just said
page.
Constitution check. You probably know this one because you got to get out more. It is the powerful.
Clearly. That's why I'm here.
Level 5. It is the powerful skeletal remains of a priest who used his religion as a mask to hide his wickedness. It is undead. Its tattered robes are the remains of its once fine vestments. Instead of healing, it now kills with its diseased touch. Man. Instead of helping others, it now seeks to kill all who live. Its ability to turn undead is now used to help it to resist efforts to turn them. What is it?
I mean, it sounds like some variety of lich, but I have no idea what variety.
Not close enough, John.
I'm sure it's not.
The answer is
But Mikey knows.
It is a.
If you played video games, this has probably come up. This word. Skeletal remain. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's a Draugr.
What?
Draugr. Draugr.
No.
Damn.
It is a.
Skyrim.
Oh, I thought you were just making things up.
No. No.
I'm gonna.
Hades was a bad
I'm
answer.
gonna butcher the pronunciation of this. Hiukuva.
How do you spell
What
it?
video game is that from?
I'm just telling you, I've seen it. I
Okay.
don't know when. I watch a lot of nonsense videos in the middle of the night.
Well, that is the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons trivia
Monster
game for you.
Compendium.
That is crazy.
It's
But do you see how?
challenging.
Yeah. Like, why would you know all this? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Even if you were
Although-
playing the game 3 nights a week,
although this
a
is,
lot of this stuff gets into the esoteric weeds that most people weren't using.
or also, people probably. Well, there was before the internet, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So you couldn't really just Google it.
No, this was 1991. The web wasn't a big thing until
maybe there was
later
like
than that.
Pile of books that you had to. No, that's not even fun. That's not. This isn't like that kind of fun. Like,
No.
Just had to know, yeah.
This,
it's like a word test.
yeah, remember, this is an era where if you were using a word processor, you were ahead of the pack.
All right.
You know, these are supposed to be questions. Oh, well, yes, you just knew this off the top of your head.
Yeah, you would. There would be guys like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still guys here that be, oh yeah, that's a blah 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 blah, and I'm like, get out. Level 5 question to John. Several years ago, Mieganoth, the Mangler, a 4th level fighter, found a magical book. The first time he tried to read it, he was stunned for a while and suffered 16 points of damage. Since then, Meganoth apparently has been able to cast a wide variety of priest and wizard spells, one at a time. Recently, he cast Fireball spell at 2 frost giants. Then he muttered, "Oh no, the page is turned." And uh-oh, only 2 pages left. What kind of book did Meganoth find?
I mean, that sounds like a book version of the Deck of Many Things, but I have absolutely no idea.
Mikey?
Mm.
If you get this, I'll give you all the money in my pocket.
So nothing.
Yeah, we carry cash and credit. We carry credit cards nowadays. I would say Book of Spells.
Well, yes, but
Come on, what am I supposed to say here?
well, you're supposed to rattle off one of the items that were released for second edition D&D just off the top of your head.
So, so close yet so far. answer is a book of infinite spells.
What?
How does it only have 2 pages left? I want, this is like the lawsuit against the Never-Ending Story, right?
Yeah, I know, right? If
That
it's
was
infinite,
close.
That was close. As soon as you said a book of, and I'm like, if he says that random word and I got to give him money, I'm going to be mad.
Book of Infinite Spells. You're right. I messed up. Oh.
So we're just saying, before the internet, before you could look everything up instantly, apparently a lot of people had to memorize a lot of rules. So whoever wrote this,
I'm guessing it was a team that went through books and literally cut and pasted things out of existing.
and I'm going to
books.
guess the guys that probably did this were probably like part-time guys. They probably had
This seems like an intern project. Yeah.
Oh, no. This seems like the guy who works there full-time or part-time who does a lot of work is like a doctor or a lawyer or something on the side, or that's what he does for a living. And I don't know, feels that these questions were easy, based on his real life of like ridiculously hard questions.
And even with the internet, this game
Maybe.
still stresses you
No
out.
internet. You should memorize these things. Oh, well, that was fun. But anyway, if you ever want to come in and challenge John, if you see him do a question, just ask him.
We should do
Yeah,
a
I'll
thing
just
where
say I have no idea, though.
you come in here and get 3 questions right in a row. Maybe
Well,
you
I
get a
should
percentage
do
off
that.
on a D&D item.
No Google, though.
No Google, no phone. You got to do it in front of an employee with no phone.
Oh, I could do age brackets. If you're 20 and under, you get to use your phone.
Honestly,
No, I think you use the age brackets with the leveling system in there.
if you're 20 and under and you've memorized AD&D 2nd edition rules this well, I'd like to shake your hand.
Firm handshake.
I might have to come up with a contest. You get 5 questions right. I'll give you, I don't know, maybe a book or something.
Think about it.
I'll have to think about it. Because I know there's a guy at home right now getting off his couch going, where's my second
Piece of
edition
cake.
books? Yeah, where's a piece of cake?
So bring it on.
Man, I might have to think of that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this content. And like and subscribe if you did. And maybe we'll do something more with this. If I get the real 5th edition one where it's, I like to compare it to this one.
I imagine it's going to be a lot more playable.
All right, guys.
Good
Peace
gaming,
out.
folks.